know what? I've reached a point where I'm like, Martin Short once said to me, you just hover along in this show business. I know. He said, you just hover along in this show business middle class. And I was so insulted privately, and like my feelings were kind of hurt. And then I came home and marinated on it, and I was like the doors in my mind opened up like, oh, that's great. There's plenty of room for me to swim around and do whatever I want in the showbiz middle class.
Yeah, because that, like, eventually, and I see it happening already, like, there's going to be decline in my numbers, and I'm going to end up in that middle class. And that's why I never shit on anybody on the way up or on the way down, just because you're going to see those same people soon enough. You
know what Colonel Parker said to Elvis?
What?
You don't have to be nice to people on the way up if you ain't coming down.
No, well.
And Elvis died taking a shit.
That's right. Well, it was coming down.
Way down. Are you recognized? Is it fair to say you're recognized the least in the U.S.?
Yeah. I would say I'm definitely yes. Like when I walk a red carpet here, it always makes me laugh how, like say there's a 15 paparazzi, maybe 2 will know who I am.
Does it bother you?
It does on a certain level because I see who they're paying attention to.
Aside from, I know what you're saying.
Like reality stars, and I'm like...
They're like, JWoww, JWoww, JWoww. Yeah, and you're like, and really? Like, I just played O2 Arena, dude.
Yeah, it's like, I just kind of... It's like high school, you know?
It's got to be weird, though, to come off stage in, like, Wembley Stadium or Hyde Park or, like, these giant, Barclays Center. These places hold 25,000. It's where they have basketball games and soccer matches on a pitch, and they just put a stage in the middle of the pitch, and you perform for all these people, and then you're at LAX, and you're just a guy.
Yeah.
Is that a weird?
It's kind of a cool. I get to really see both sides of it because when I go to Canada, I'm very famous, and so I go to the mall, and it creates a little bit of havoc. But Neil
Young and you start at opposite ends of the mall to shake hands in the middle of the mall. Who gets to the middle of the mall first?
Neil Young.
Yeah.
Because
that's saying something, because he's pretty famous.
But if Drake and I were walking through the mall.
But you don't think people think he's Governor David Patterson, the blind governor from New York?
They may.
All right, Loverboy and Howie Mandel. One end of the mall, you at the other. Who gets to the mall? Center of the mall. I love this game.
I would. Oh, no, Loverboy would get there first. Then I would, then Howie.
You think Howie would get stopped more?
Yeah. He's
maybe not, because he might plow through because he doesn't want to touch anybody.
Well, that's true. People would be like, don't talk to him. He doesn't want to touch you.
With his fake germ bullshit that he carries around. You work in television. It's just germs, every time. Somebody should just write Howie a sex scene with, like, Giselle Bundchen. And, like, then you just make out with her and you give her
No, he told me he doesn't have a problem doing that. It's hands.
Well, if he doesn't have a problem doing that, he's lying.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, I'm not Howie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Howie.
You thought I was, didn't you?
By Russell Peters'
By the way, you have the most fucked up feet I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah. I had a bunion operation when I was a kid.
Damn.
That's what happens when you get bunion surgery. It doesn't work.
Wow.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, it looks like your big toe's trying to talk to your pinky toe right now.
He is. They're in the mob.
Psst. Hey, who's this guy?
The guys in the middle are like, hey, and they go, hey, this doesn't concern you. Yeah. Hey, middle finger toe.
Hey, he left.
This is between me.
He's not here. He's gone.
It used to look like this one. We should put these photos up on Tumblr. Of
That's
my feet.
awful.
At JMohr37, at Russell Peters.
At the real Russell P.
At the real Russell P. Tweet Russell. Let him know you enjoyed him here on Mohr Stories. And I feel like there's so much.
We don't have to stop. I'm open.
Okay, good. I mean, I just feel like there's so much I'm not asking. And I'm trying to think of, like, people at home going, how the fuck did you not ask him about that? Who's the weirdest celebrity you've seen in your audience? I mean, Bollywood stars. That's pretty weird.
That's pretty weird. But I don't know who they were, so I needed the people backstage.
You knew enough to shit on them.
Well, yeah, because they'd be like, so-and-so is in the front row. And I'm like, all right, cool, thanks.
How much money would it take for you to do a Bollywood film, move there? You have to be there. All right, you got to be there for 6 months.
Okay. I could do that because I like Bombay.
But how much money to get you to go do that movie and live there for 6 months?
I would say at least $10 million.
$10 million?
At least.
Woo, Russell, you're just a salt of the earth man of the people. I thought you were going to say, like, I don't know, $1 million?
No, $10 million. I can make $1 million on my own.
This is the man who is this is the guy who's the star of The Legend of Awesome Miss Maximus.
Were you in that too?
No, you. You were in an episode of Bob's Burgers. You also starred in Source Code and New Year's Eve. Now all of a sudden you're like shoving it to Bollywood, your own people going $10 million. Or you know what? You can go get Jamie Kennedy.
Well, they may get Jamie Kennedy.
Why don't you go get Sugar Sammy to do your Bollywood movie?
They probably could get
for $10,000
or less.
And one of those lunches they stack up on the trains.
The tiffins.
I love those.
Tiffin carriers. You know, I'll tell you.
I know more about India just from watching Anthony Bourdain.
Here's a funny thing. When I was a kid, my mom made me take one of those to school. Like they used to, not the stacky one, but she made me take a 3-stacker. And it would have like my lunch in it. And
Is that not cool when you were a kid?
No, and I threw it out on the way to school.
And then I bet you were hungry as fuck.
No, because then I came home. I was like, "What? Where is it?" I go, "This kid stole it."
You blamed it on a
No, but then she got me a fucking another one. I'm like, "Come on, man!"
But what did you want? Like a Fonzie lunchbox?
I wanted a lunchbox. I want Scooby Doo or fucking Fonzie, yeah, or just something that didn't say, "Hey, look at the brown kid Mohr." Not you, but
it's got to be weird. You know, all of a sudden, it just dawned on me. Like if I could see me in Picture Perfect speaking Indian on Indian television, that would make me super happy.
You would be a megastar then.
Oh, they don't show American movies in India?
They do.
Oh, but everybody speaks English, you said.
Yeah.
But
if you started speaking like Hindi or something, and you went to India, they'd be like blown away by it.
Bro, I had an idea for Telemundo. I called Barry Katz. I go, check this out. I will be fluent in Spanish in 1 year. I go to Telemundo. I'm the white guy that learned Spanish just because it's that important to me to have a talk show for a Spanish audience. I mean, it'd be on the front page of the New York. This is how I think all the time.
Right.
And he goes, can you learn Spanish in 1 year? I go, I will make it happen. Like, I'll do the Rosetta Stone, and people come to my house and tutor me. And I'll be like, hola, gracias, señores and señora. Obviously, I didn't do
Michael
it.
Buble learned Spanish quite a bit.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a talk show in Telemundo. How bad would that be?
No, but his wife is from Argentina, but it's so weird because he didn't know shit before.
He speaks that bullshit French.
No. He's Italian.
French. No, but he's Canadian.
Yeah, but he's from Vancouver. It's not the French side.
You don't think he speaks French?
No, I know him very well. He doesn't speak French at all. His family's
Salvador Gigante.
Leo.
My wife worked with him on Las Vegas right when we met, and it's kind of implied in in-house conversations that she kind of had to call one or the other and say, this isn't going to move forward.
Oh, wow.
And it was Buble.
Nice. I'll text him right now.
Text Buble and say...
I'm waiting for him to send me a fucking video drop for my friend's wedding.
You are the squarest guy in the world. Like, you got 3 phones like a sports agent, and you're really just waiting for Michael Buble to send you, like, the bride feeds the groom. The bride feeds the groom.
No, he's just supposed to be like, hey, look.
The band was 2 girls, 1 cup. I'm waiting for him to show it to me.
Yeah, look, this is our chain of emails there.
Can I read these?
Sure.
Wow, you guys have been emailing for a very long time. This one goes, oh, wow, just a lot. Well, you know what? This is none of my business, and I don't know how's single life? I'm loving it. I've been on a real tear. Please make a pump for me. That's what Michael Buble wrote to you.
Yeah.
Please make a pump for me. And can I read this?
Yeah, I don't know where you're at with it, but yeah.
Huh?
Go for it.
No, what did you say?
Yeah, I don't know which part we're at with it, but go ahead.
Anything like...
This is a few months ago, I'm thinking.
How do you get the accent aigu on your font?
You just hold it.
Really?
It'll show up, yeah. All the different accents will show up.
Not accent grave.
They will show you the ugu, and they will give you the Spanish ones with the little niño thing.
He says, haha, please make a pump for me. And you wrote, you bet, ... squirt. And then there's something you probably don't want me to read. And then, yeah, his album's ahead of look there. You know what, people? Michael Bublé's album is ahead of schedule.
Good news, guys.
And Russell Peters is crushing ass. To all the white women that are afraid to go full black, they're going to start brown. Beige.
Go beige.
You're like
if
the
you
color.
Can't go black, go beige.
You're like the color of honey,
sweetie.
You look like $1 million. I'm glad you were here, and you were the number 1 draft pick.
I got to call Bert and thank him for that.
Who was your number 1? Louis?
Yeah.
So then now I got to take either you or Kevin Hart. And I'm taking you with this, like Dubai, Ireland.
I would take Kevin Hart next.
All right, you want to do this right now?
Let's do it.
Give me a pen, honey. Big Ange. All right, so this is our comedy draft. Russell Peters.
You smoke all these cigarettes, or are they just there?
No, those are left over from other guests. Greg Proops came in and smoked a child. All right, Russell Peters, comedy draft, and we should do this on Twitter because people get involved and they get fired up with their stupid suggestions like, what? No, what? No love for Pete Corielli? You're like, yeah, but it's like a top 10 draft. Okay, Russell Peters picks first. He selects Louis C.K., correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
I am taking Russell Peters. Second pick?
I will take Kevin Hart for 500, Alex.
I will take Gabriel Iglesias.
Mm.
I'm going straight. Bert and I had very different strategies. He went for the money run, and I went for the cool team.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I had to then defend all my picks. I'm like, your whole team just wants to hang out with my team. And he's like, bro, we're getting paid. All right, third pick. Who you got?
I'm going to take Chappelle.
Good luck with that, dude.
I've known Dave for a while.
I will take Chelsea Handler.
Mm.
Again, I'm just going right for the box office. Who you got?
You got Floyd Mayweather. You got the money team there.
That's right. But I'm going to change it up in a sec. Ready? You got Louis C.K., Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle. This is formidable. Any one of these three is a number one pick.
I'll take Rock next.
Fuck. All right. You know what? Climb upon my faithful steed.
I meant Tony.
Tony Rock. No, I put Tony. Then we're gonna ride, gonna smoke some weed. Climb upon my big-ass steed. Ride. Tenacious D.
Oh, okay. Well, Jack Black. Let's see.
Forget Cage. KG.
Who will I go with next?
Kevin Hart, Chappelle, Chris Rock, Louis C.K.
It's getting very black in there. Let's go with Attell.
You know what? Colin Quinn.
Good one.
All right. Don't make a big deal out of it, dummy. How did Chelsea Handler get drafted before me? My God. She doesn't have a penis, you know?
Colin Quinn and Jim Norton sound exactly the same.
Yuck.
Your turn. Jim Norton said he was with a lady to shit on his chest, like a dominatrix, and she was constipated and couldn't get it out, and he's like losing his erection. He's beating his dick. It's on the podcast.
Right.
And finally, he said a suppository flies out of her ass, hits him in the chest like a magic bullet, like ping, 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 and like skids across the floor. And he goes, I'm looking off to my right at the suppository because I thought it was a vitamin. And as I'm looking, I get hit in the neck with a wet hornet's nest.
He's so fucking disgustingly graphic.
Oh, I love him. Your pick.
Let's see.
What the fuck am I going to pick? Oh, I got a good one next.
Where are we going there?
Louis C.K., Kevin Hart. You want to get blacker?
Uh,
Oh, and Bert took fucking Patrice when he was in his coma.
Technicality.
That was and I thought of Patrice 4 picks in.
I just thought of Patrice too, and I'm like, oh, right.
I thought of him too, and I said blacker. I'm like, who's the blackest? Oh, Patrice. So then after Patrice, I knew, you gotta understand, Russell, I'm crazy. I'm used to be such a pothead. Like, I'm picturing like Radio City Music Hall, the fans are going batshit crazy, the boos cascade from the upper deck when they don't like a pick. So when he says Patrice, the place goes bananas.
Right.
So I gotta wait the full 5 minutes before my pick and let everybody settle down a little bit, and then I pick Otto and George. I had to pick somebody so graphically disgusting that they could actually walk out and make a joke.
Patrice couldn't be here tonight. Sugar. Suck that cock.
All right. Who's your
What
pick?
do I got next?
1, 2, 3, 4. You want to just do 6
I'll
on
take
6?
Tosh.
Oh, he's really great. You know what? I've discovered from listening to the satellite radio, he's one of my favorite. I didn't know any of his jokes.
Very funny.
And when I listen to him on the radio, I go, who the fuck is this? This is amazing. I'm going Brian Regan.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. Quick. Come on. We got to wrap this up. Not
Like
really.
Gaffigan. I see you, Regan, and trade you a Gaffigan.
All right. Zach?
Galifianak?
I couldn't think of anybody else named Zach. I was going to do one of your jokes.
Efron.
Very funny kid. Yeah, I'll go Galifianakis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to just go 7 and 7? 8, 2, one more pick each?
Yeah, let's do that. What do I got? What do I got there? We're going to go with...
Go see Russell Peters at the Barclays
they
Center
have to be
November
still
10th.
performing?
They have to be alive.
Oh, Steve
And
Martin.
they have to be on Twitter. Steve Martin.
It's one of my favorites.
With the final pick in the draft,
Dice.
Hey, what's with all the fucking blacks at the top of the draft, honey? Hey, gay. I'm glad I'm on the same team.
I should have taken Dom to match your dice.
Dom's the only guy that can just cut dice in half with a very mellow sentence.
Yeah.
So Russell Peters' team: Louis C.K., Kevin Hart, Chappelle, Chris Rock, Attell, Tosh.0, Gaff.